Well, it's finally here. Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. Judgment Day pay-per-view. I'm Brendan, and we have a big show for you guys. Judgment Day. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, and I'll tell you guys how I'm going to set this out as we go on, but as you can see, I'm just going to look around, have a look at the roster, see where we're at the moment, and the past few weeks has been building up really nicely towards the pay-per-view, and it looks as though I think we could get a really, really good show. I think we might just get some pretty good matches on the show, because most of our guys are kind of in that 70 to 80 range at the moment, and things are looking up. There's no doubt about that, and a lot of things are going to be changed up as we go on. But here is the card: ladder match, Rey Mysterio versus Elijah Burke for the Cruiserweight Championship, CM Punk versus Marcus Corwin, a tables match, hardcore match, tornado tag team match, for the tag team championships, Masters and Sandman versus Crime Time, Kane and MVP first blood match for the United States Championship, and a last man standing match, Undertaker versus John Cena, World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Big match, big show. Let's get it underway. We're going to start off with Mysterio and Elijah Burke. This should be an exciting match. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. Now, as I was saying just before, how are we going to set this one out? I said for weeks and weeks how I'm going to, well, my suggestions, how I wanted to kind of set it out. I wanted you guys' feedback, and after looking at your feedback, you guys kind of want to see all the matches, but after recording it all, after looking it back, I think, well, the best thing that I can do is kind of cut it down and give you maybe 5 minutes of each match. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of split it up and give you, I don't know, a minute here, a minute there, minute there of the match, or something like that. So you'll see cuts here and there, but you also see a good kind of minute to 45 seconds, something like that, before each cut. So it's not going to be 10-second cut, 10-second cut, 10-second cut. It's going to be more of a, have a minute and a half and cut to 3 minutes ahead and have another minute there, something like that. I don't know, I think it'll work. I think it'll work pretty well. In the end, I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you have a problem with it, make sure you let me know in the comments so I can change it up for the next pay-per-view, which will be the Great American Bash, which I think will be, 8 weeks? So 8 more episodes away. So exciting stuff, looking forward to that. And as we see, Mysterio and Elijah Burke kick this one off. This is a ladder match. Now, if you go back, basically, Elijah Burke was the Cruiserweight Champion for a few weeks there. But about 3 weeks ago, something like that, Rey Mysterio managed to get the Cruiserweight Championship in his hands. He defeated Elijah Burke on our Smackdown show for the title after beating Elijah Burke a couple of times to earn the right for a shot. And now Elijah Burke is looking to get the title back. This is his rematch, and this is, of course, Judgment Day. So a ladder match, probably something I'd think Rey Mysterio would be more accustomed to in his favor. The more high-flying ladder matches are pretty crazy. They certainly do suit the high flyers, the high-flying style that Rey Mysterio certainly has. So something to think about there. But as we skip ahead, we can see Elijah Burke got him in a submission hold, but you can't win the championship by submission. You can only win it by climbing up and grabbing the belt itself, which is hanging above. So it won't work by getting a submission hold there, so Elijah Burke's going to have to do something else. But these guys have been going back and forth for weeks now, and the thing is, with most of the feuds, the thing about the SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 game and the series itself, to keep a feud alive, you have to make them verse each other each week in some way, which is something I really don't like. It gets a little bit repetitive, but to keep a feud alive, that's what you got to do, or you have to do a rivalry in place of a match. There's an option there, but I feel as though if you can set a feud, say, I want this feud to go for 8 weeks, and it's going to continue to go for 8 weeks, and if they don't face off for that 1 week, then their rivalry doesn't progress. It just still stays alive, though. That's something I would have, instead of if they miss a week, then the feud's over. Because sometimes, you do miss, you make a mistake, you do forget, and you do realize, oh crap, I didn't put these two guys up against each other. As we see Rey Mysterio putting Elijah Burke on that steel ring post, and he's going to whack his head on the post again, this time the arm as well. So working Elijah Burke down, trying to make sure that he's not quite able to climb that ladder by working on the arms. Of course, if he can work down the legs as well, that will help even more, and he's just whacking Elijah Burke's arm away. So good strategy here by Rey Mysterio to kind of work down Elijah Burke. Now is he gonna get that ladder, or what's he going to do here? Elijah Burke outside. Oh, wait. He's going up the top. Going off the top rope and just getting that with the, I don't know, the flying drop kick or flying legs drop or something along those lines. And now he's got him up on the shoulders. So, yeah, I think there's certainly a few flaws in this game. Certainly a few flaws that this series does have. But it's overall, it's certainly probably my favorite game mode ever. And I've been playing a lot of it as the weeks have gone past. And I've actually gone quite ahead on this series. So I've probably got to maybe have episode 11 recorded at the moment. I think we're on episode 8. So I've got a few weeks ahead, but what is to come is really, really exciting stuff. You guys are going to love it. There's no doubt about that. So if you've been following the series so far, I'd really thank you guys. It really means a lot that you guys have been supporting my videos and watching them. And most of you guys have been really enjoying them. And by leaving likes and comments and things like that, and even subscribing if you haven't already, would mean the world to me. I really appreciate that. As we see Rey Mysterio and Elijah Burke both up the top. And Rey Mysterio he hasn't got the long enough arms to hit Elijah Burke. There we go, gets one there. And Elijah Burke's got him off. Suplex off the top. Rey Mysterio landing really badly on his back. I don't think he's going to get up from that. I think Elijah Burke's going to climb up and finish what he started. And he's going to grab that belt, in my opinion. Unless Rey Mysterio can get up very, very soon. He is struggling at the moment, Mysterio. He's stirring. He's trying to get up. No, he can't. He's back down. And looks as though Elijah Burke's going to grab that belt and win this match and reclaim his Cruiserweight Championship and become a 2-time Cruiserweight Champion here on our General Manager mode. Rey Mysterio back inside the ring. But it's too late. Elijah Burke grabs the belt, and he is now the Cruiserweight Champion. Rey Mysterio, unfortunately, cannot get the job done, and he has lost the belt. Big, big win there by Elijah Burke. That really is a big win. Congratulations to Elijah Burke, a 2-time Cruiserweight Champion now. Well-deserved, in my opinion. There's no doubt about that. And Judgment Day will continue. We got some more big matches coming up real soon. And our first title change of the night. There could be 3 more, who knows. We're going to have to wait and see. But the only non-title match of the night will be coming up very, very soon. As CM Punk and Marcus Corvon will square off. But as you can see, Elijah Burke, new Cruiserweight Champion. And can he hold the belt for longer this time? We'll have to wait and see in the future episodes. As we kick off our next matchup, it's going to be CM Punk coming out to the ring now. He's going to take on Marcus Corvon. This match, you could say this is a number 1 contenders match in some regard. Now, you could probably argue that it's a number 1 contenders match for the World Heavyweight Championship, or perhaps a number 1 contenders match for the United States Championship. Who knows? But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if these guys are in line for a shot at either title. But things could change, things could happen. But CM Punk, he would love a big win here to kind of submit himself into that main event status that he deserves to be. And Marcus Corvon coming out now. Certainly, these two guys have had a really good feud at the moment. It's been really back and forth. These guys have been squaring off week after week. Who knows who's going to get on top of each other, but who's going to get on top of this one. But as you see, head-to-head, nose-to-nose. This is going to be a good one. Of course, this is a tables match. The only way to win a match is by putting your opponent through the table. And they square off with CM Punk, a few kicks to the midsection, and Corvon throwing him over the top. Great maneuver there by Corvon, a bit of a powerhouse. And CM Punk's going to really have to kind of kick the hell out of him. As you can see there, he really is kicking the hell out of him. He's going to have to try and end this one early, I think, or try and quicken this one up to suit it to more of his style. And Corvon, he's going to want to slow this one down, use these powerhouse maneuvers to kind of wear down Punk. And as Punk got a submission maneuver there, working down Corvon early on. And look, you know, whoever wins the big main event match tonight out of Cena and Undertaker, I think could be going on to face one of these two, the winner of this match. It certainly is a possibility, but they're going to have to pretty much earn it. I mean, other things could happen though, so who knows, but like I said, it'd be a good stepping stone for one of these two if they can get the win here, and they may move themselves up to a championship matchup in the very near future. As we see Corvon's throwing away CM Punk, and CM Punk launched over the top rope. And as we move ahead, and Corvon back, Punk and Corvon back in the ring as a big clothesline there. Now these two guys, I mean, they've had a lot of good matches, and I don't know, I think whoever wins this one, really, I think whoever wins this, they really do need the win. I mean, whoever does get on top really deserves, really will have to kind of earn this one, because they're at the kind of the point where they're stuck in the middle. They're almost at the top, but they're still kind of just above the middle. They're just above the United States Championship, but they're still just below the World Heavyweight Championship. So I think these two guys, whoever wins this one, will finally elevate themselves to the main event level, because they're just stuck in that little mid area, upper mid card area, where they just need that big win to kind of put themselves up to where they want to be, and that is, of course, in the main event of our shows. And I mean, looking at our show so far in terms of ratings and things like that. I mean, it's a long video. We can talk about these things. I mean, the ratings, we are struggling a little bit. We are not quite on top, and I think that's because I think General Manager mode is so difficult starting off with. I think no matter how well you do, the opponents, the computers, they certainly seem to do better than you. I mean, even though they only have 3.5-star rated as their best match, they'll still end up getting a 4-star rated show somehow. They tend to do that a lot. It's ridiculous how that happens, but it does happen, and it's something you just can't really help. But I mean, there are, I guess, ways to go about it, and I guess it means they're just going to have to try and improve and try and get better at what we're doing. But I think what we have in the next couple of weeks will certainly boost up our ratings a little bit, get ourselves back where we want to be, and that is the #1 brand in sports entertainment. And I think we could probably do that. I think we certainly have the guys on the roster that might be able to do it, and we have a few good things in store. I mean, we got a couple of trades coming up. I mean, we need to probably think about trading out Snitsky. I think we're pretty much done with Snitsky now that the feud with Brendan is now finished. So I think we can move away with Snitsky. We might think about trying to bring in someone else, a big star, or someone who can spark up the show a bit, spark it up a little bit. And of course, we brought in Jeff Hardy as well, so we can certainly do something with him. He might actually move into the Cruiserweight Championship competition there. Who knows? But there's a lot of good things we can do with our Smackdown brand in the next few weeks that can kind of help ourselves and help us elevate the show to a point where we can be the #1 show. As we see Punk and Corvon really working down Punk, looking really good at the moment. He may just be able to pull off the big win, as CM Punk is struggling a bit. As you see, his head is in the red zone, and his torso area also in the orange, so he's kind of struggling. He's been worn down quite a bit. Corvon, he just needs to kind of put him through the table to finish it off, and what a kick there by CM Punk. That could be it. He could actually put him through the table at some point. He's going to put him up here. GTS, go to sleep. That could be it. Marcus Corvon could be out of it. Punk's just got to put him through the table now. Can he do so? Corvon reversing. He's just got to throw him through that table, and he will win this match. Corvon struggling to stay alive. Punk trying to, no, Corvon reversing. Kick to the midsection. A kick to the midsection now by Punk. Collar and elbow tie up. Throwing him on the table. Can he get him up? He's struggling a little bit. And he's going to head first onto the table. This could be it. Punk could finish him off right here. Can he do so? Can he get him onto that table and throw him through it? No, he can't. Corvon, he's got him up. This isn't going to be good. This is not going to end well for Punk. Corvon, power slam there. This is not good. Punk has his finisher, and not anymore. He's lost it. They just got to throw each other through the table. I think whoever can get themselves close enough to the table and get first shot at it will do so and win this matchup. But Corvon gets his maneuver reversed. Punk looking good. Corvon also looking good. It's going to be a tight matchup. Who can come out on top? Corvon throwing Punk on the table. Corvon hopping up. This could be it. I think this might be it. Corvon. DDT through the table. That is it. Corvon is the winner. He has won this big matchup, and he may just be the new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship in the coming weeks. Who knows? Or he may be the #1 contender for the United States Championship. We'll have to wait and see, but certainly a lot of things could happen. A lot of good things could happen for Marcus Corvon leading into the future with his big win, the alpha male. He's done the job. He's won the big match. And CM Punk, where to for him? It's not looking good. It's a big loss for him, but nonetheless, we move on to our next matchup as we see the masterpiece Chris Masters coming out. And, an unlikely tag team pairing, to say the least. Him and Sandman, they've kind of been thrown together as a tag team, and they've done alright. I think they're at the point where they can also almost be tag team champions tonight. They get their opportunity to do so. They've had a couple of non-title victories over Crime Time, and also had some singles victories over Crime Time as well. So they've certainly done very, very well, and certainly could be the next tag team champions tonight. There's no doubt about that. As we wait for the arrival of Crime Time, as we see, Sandman coming out now. And where is he? That's the thing. Where is he going to be? He's coming out into the crowd. And there he is, Sandman. Certainly a hardcore tornado tag team match. It's certainly going to be in his element. There's no doubt about that. He is certainly hardcore as it gets. But for some reason, this game actually has his match specialty, I believe, listed as submission, which I could not even recall Sandman being in a submission match. Then again, I haven't really followed his career that extensively, but it's a bit odd that he's an ECW guy and he carries a kendo stick around, and his match specialty isn't hardcore. But anyways, Crime Time, here they come, and this should be a good match in my opinion. But Crime Time haven't been in the best form as of late. Their momentum has been a bit not too good, I should say, and I don't know. I think they really do need to kind of get this big win over the Sandman and Chris Masters if they are to get themselves back on top of the tag team division. They are the champions, but I would probably say that Sandman and Masters probably deserve those titles more than Crime Time at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see. I certainly guess they'll find out after tonight's match who is the better tag team. The experienced Crime Time or the newly together Masters and Sandman. Could go either way, guys, so let's sit back and enjoy this one. I think from the looks there's going to be a lot of weapons involved here, with all the guys grabbing weapons already, so this is going to be an interesting one nonetheless. And we move away. Sandman got a chair, JTG got a chair, Masters with a sledgehammer. Shad needs a weapon to kind of fit in here. He might go for the stairs, maybe not, as Masters plants that sledgehammer on JTG. That is going to hurt. And the thing is, right now we don't really have any other tag teams to kind of bring up and feud with Crime Time. So one suggestion that I had was bring in both the Hardy Boys, which is certainly something that I have considered doing, and I may actually end up doing so. So we have a few guys that we may be able to move away and I don't know, get rid of, I guess you could say, trade out. And Snitsky being one. I don't know, maybe if Masters and Sandman don't get the job done, one of those guys may have to go. I don't know, we've got a lot of things that we can do with our roster. There's a lot of guys that are useful, but we don't really need them that badly. We don't really want them to. We have a use for them, but we can get someone else better in and have a better use for them. I don't know, but I think we also need to kind of focus on getting a few more cruiserweights up towards Elijah Burke's level, which is around that 80 to 85 popularity status at the moment. Because I think most of our cruiserweights and most cruiserweights in the game kind of lack around about that 50 to 60 to 70 range, which is not really what we want. We kind of want better than that. So in order to kind of keep the Cruiserweight Championship going strong, we need to move up some of our cruiserweights like Jeff Hardy. And even though we can also have JTG and guys like that into the Cruiserweight division and kind of move them up. And we can also think about trying to bring in a few more Cruiserweights. I mean, guys like Edge, Ric Flair, even Shawn Michaels, those guys can compete for the Cruiserweight Championship if need be. So we have a few top guys that we could bring in that we can use for the Cruiserweight Championship, if not for the World Heavyweight Championship. So there's a lot of good options that we can do, and there's a lot of things I am planning on thinking about doing. So, like I said, every video, if you guys have suggestions, as JTG goes for the cover, this could be it actually. It is it, and JTG and Shad have retained the titles in a quick match here on Judgment Day. They have retained their WWE Tag Team Championships. Well, congratulations to them. That's a good victory. As I was trying to say, if you guys have any suggestions on who I should probably bring in or anyone that you would like to see in, feel free to leave comments in the comment section down below. I always say this every week, but I do mean that. I always read your suggestions, and I most of the time actually do what you guys want me to do. So, JTG and Shad, Crime Time, big victory, retaining their titles over Sandman and Chris Masters. What's next for Chris Masters and Sandman? We have to wait and see in the next couple of weeks, as Kane, he comes out now, and it's a big matchup for him. This is going to be a big one. He really needs to get this win over MVP. Of course, Kane was the United States champion, and unfortunately he lost the title to MVP and hasn't been able to reclaim it as of yet. Whereas here comes MVP Montel Vantavius Porter. He has certainly been the man on our United States Championship scene at the moment, and I really like his entrance. Hell, I wish MVP would come back to the WWE, but that's another video. So here he is. He's the man, MVP. Certainly one of my favorites back in the day when he was around. Kane is not going to be an easy opponent for him, that's for sure. These guys have been going at it for weeks and weeks and weeks, back and forth. And Kane almost gotten the better of MVP. MVP has the championship though, so you'd have to say MVP certainly the better of the two at the moment. And MVP pushing Kane away to start this one off. And these guys have been doing pretty well. I mean, we saw Kane and The Undertaker team up to take on Cena and MVP in one matchup. That was a good matchup. And we saw the Brothers of Destruction unfortunately not get a big win. I think they actually lost that match, but it was good to see those guys back. So that's also another tag team option we could do. And it's one option that you guys have been really pounding on me and suggesting. Brendan, bring back Brothers of Destruction. Make them go for the tag titles. Do that. That'll be awesome. It could happen. We don't know. We'll have to see what The Undertaker's doing, and if he... But I think if The Undertaker does win the World Heavyweight Championship, we're going to have to kind of stick with him going forth as a singles competitor rather than moving him back down to the tag team ranks. But we'll have to wait and see. But it certainly could happen as a MVP. He's not looking good already. His body's kind of in the red zone. Kane doing pretty well as he's got him sky high. If he can plant him down, and he does, onto the mat. Good start here, but of course this is a first blood match. So kind of working the body down won't really work. They're going to have to probably try cut open the head with a big boot like that to the head. That certainly could work as a German suplex landing on the back of the neck of Kane. Both guys, their torso area has been worn down, beat down, not looking too good. And MVP, big shoulder block, sending Kane back down onto the mat. So working around the outside, could probably grab a steel chair of some sorts, or a weapon of some sorts. And blocking the big boot again. I'd have to say if Kane hits that big boot, he may just bust open MVP right there and then. And Kane would love another United States Championship run. He's held the title once so far in our General Manager mode, MVP once as well. So both guys having an opportunity at the title at the moment, whereas MVP held the title much longer than Kane. And following it up with a big neck breaker. Kane building some momentum. Can he pick him up? Probably try for a choke slam, but no, MVP. He counters it. But like I said, a choke slam or anything like that to the torso area is not really going to get him to bust open. He's going to have to try and hit that big boot to the head or use a weapon of some sort or really work down the head of MVP to kind of bust him open. As MVP picks him up, look at the power of MVP picking up a 300-pound man and putting him down on the mat. And he is in good shape at the moment to beat Kane if he can bust him open. That's the thing, though. Can he bust him open? It's one thing to get him down and out for a 3 count, but it's another thing to bust your opponent open. And MVP looking a bit groggy as well as Kane. They're both holding their head, holding their ribs, feeling the effects of this match already. MVP hits another German suplex. Gonna hit another one. Can he hit 3? He does. 3 German suplexes. Wow, what a maneuver from MVP. And Kane, as you can see, is down. He is down and out. And if this was a normal match, a pinfall would occur as a spear to follow it up. Wow, what a move from MVP. But like I said, he needs to bust him open. That's the thing. If this was a normal match, a 3 count would have happened a long time ago. And as a big uppercut, that is something Kane can certainly use to bust MVP open. A few more of those will certainly do the job. And MVP working down the legs, trying to keep Kane grounded. Which is actually not a bad strategy to employ, I'd say. Keep MVP grounded so you can work on what you want to work on. And MVP certainly would like to keep the big red machine down. And wait a minute. Oh, he might be going for a bit of balling. We're going to do it. He does. Hits it on the back of the head. And Kane, I think, is out. He's out of it. But MVP looking to go up top now. What's he going to do here? What is he going to do? Hits an elbow off the top right into the midsection of Kane. MVP could just finish this match here and there. He's going to spring him onto the... Just missing the turnbuckle there, but spring him over to the corner of the ring. And I don't know who's going to win this match. I mean, they just need to bust it. One of these two open. Kane down. Back down again. Just landing on the ribs. Like I said, he's going to have to try. Oh, this could work. Pounding away and does. Gets blood. First blood. MVP wins and retains his United States Championship. With those big punches right to the skull, right to the forehead of Kane. And he's busted him right up. You can see the blood all over the face of Kane. And that's a great win and a great retainment of his United States Championship at Judgment Day. Which, of course, is our first pay-per-view on the General Manager mode. Look at that. Blood all over Kane. He can't even get up. And I don't blame him. That was a grueling match. And speak of the Brothers of Destruction, here comes the other one, The Undertaker. This is our main event. This is The Undertaker, as he'll take half an hour to get to the ring, so we'll probably watch the first 15-20 seconds of it. He's not even out here yet. There he is, the dead man. Here he comes. Can he finally reclaim his World Heavyweight Championship against John Cena? Of course, remember, Undertaker was given the championship at the beginning of our Universe mode, but he lost it on April 5th, our first episode of Smackdown. Did I say Universe mode? I meant General Manager mode. I've been playing Universe mode, I'm sorry. But here comes the champ anyways. He's had it since the first episode out of Smackdown on our GM mode. Let me say that again. GM, General Manager mode. And has held it since. Undertaker's had another, I think he's had at least one more shot, but he hasn't been able to get the job done. And this is Undertaker's best opportunity here tonight at Judgment Day. I believe it's a last man standing match. Definitely in the Undertaker's element here. Cena also has had plenty of last man standing matches in his career. There's no doubt about that. So here we go. Undertaker versus John Cena. as both guys just kind of moving around the ring, trying to get a feel of the ring. Now they lock up. Cena side slam there, putting Undertaker down to the mat. As I said, this build-up has been hellacious. Both guys have been trying to get that World Heavyweight Championship around their waist. Undertaker was the champion, was given the belt at the beginning of our General Manager mode, but of course unable to keep it in his first title defense against Cena. And Cena has gotten the best of the Undertaker. There's no doubt about that. But Undertaker has had a good couple of wins leading into Judgment Day to kind of earn the right for the World Heavyweight Championship rematch that he thinks he deserves. As another collar and elbow tie up here. These two guys locking up. Undertaker with a big shot to the midsection. And now an elbow right to the face. And a big boot to follow up. Good start here from the Undertaker. We move on back to the other corner. And Cena, he's been kind of plowing through the competition and plowing through the Undertaker. And as Undertaker gets into the corner, his shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's taking a long time. 6, 7, 8, 9. Can he get the 10th? 10 shots there onto Cena. And Cena just falls to the ground. Of course, Undertaker, one of the best pure strikers in the business, of course. And Undertaker continuing pounding away at Cena once again. But Cena trying to fight back here, trying to get himself out of the corner, trying to get some momentum building, perhaps. And now these guys, oh, Undertaker, oh, big clothesline. Now he's starting to try to heat up here. Not good for Cena. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A headbutt for 9 and 10. 10 shots right to the head. And now he's going to go ahead and a couple of shots to the legs as well with the big boot that he has. This is not good for John Cena. And Undertaker going to try for a submission perhaps here. Even though in the last man standing match, putting a submission in is not a bad idea. Hold him down for quite some time, but he is unable to. With Cena powering out. And can Cena come back from this? Oh no, Undertaker putting him on the ropes. He might be going for a bit of a ride here. Not where he wants to be. Up and down, up and down. Oh wait, Cena with the clothesline taking the Undertaker down, but straight away sitting back up. But I think Cena might be trying to build some momentum here, trying to power up and heat up here. But Undertaker quickly rolling out of harm's way. And Cena, I don't know what he can do here. It doesn't look like that doesn't look likely that he's going to beat the Undertaker here. But oh wait a minute, the Undertaker's got him on the top rope. This is not good for Cena. Oh my goodness. Straight into the mat. That is it. Count it, ref. Count to 100. That's it. Cena getting up though, but Undertaker, if he can hit his finisher, hit the tombstone piledriver or a choke slam, I think we all know it's all over. But Cena, Luther press, I'm trying to say. And now a leg drop. And another leg drop as well. So hope you guys have been enjoying this Judgment Day show as Cena gets a submission applied. Like I said before, not a bad idea to put a submission in. But wear his opponent down and down and down to the point where he's going to struggle to be able to get up. And having a pretty bad back will certainly help Cena's case here. But Undertaker manages to power out here. And now another Luther's press. And Cena can he hit his finisher? Oh, wait a minute. He's going to do it. Attitude adjustment. All the FU, I think they call it in this game. And that's it. Undertaker's out. Look at the referee can just keep counting and counting and counting. I don't think the Undertaker's going to come back from this. It is not looking good. I think Cena's going to retain his world title. 9. That's it. 10. John Cena has retained the World Heavyweight Championship. He's won this last man standing match here at Judgment Day. Congratulations to him. He's certainly deserved it. And I guess he's going to move on. Can The Undertaker come back from this? Who's going to be next in line for the World Heavyweight Championship match? Who is Cena going to face for the title at the Great American Bash? And leading on from there, I guess we're going to find out in the next few weeks of Smackdown, or where will The Undertaker go from here, and who is next in line for the other championships as well. I guess we're going to find out in weeks to come, so stay tuned for that as we go ahead. We're going to check out how we went. So it looks as though we got a bit of an injury for MVP, but only a 50% bruising of sorts, and he should be fine as long as we take it easy on him. But Vince McMahon has reported that we have a 5-star rated match, so that is fantastic news for our pay-per-view. So let's go check out how we went on the show. So our first match got a 4-star rating. That is great. 3.5 star there, 3.5 star rated as well, another 4-star rated, and there you go, 5-star rating for the final match up there between Undertaker and John Cena. Great news, great show, and couldn't be more happy. That's a pretty good result for our show. As you can see, our ratings went through the roof for the pay-per-view. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure you leave likes, and comments would also be appreciated. Make sure you leave a comment about the format of the show if you agree that a couple of minutes or the 5-minute matches are better. And also, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, because I have a lot of General Manager mode, Universe modes, Story modes, things like that on my channel. So go ahead and do that. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you very soon.